I mean, real estate typically has the maximum growth potential. Yeah. We have two large land masses in the island city of Bombay. One on the west coast in Worli, the other in the east coast in Dadar. Together they're about 70 acres. And Bombay Realty was launched in October last year to essentially institutionalize real estate development for the Bombay dying crew.
Right.
As a result, Bombay Realty is developing two mixed-use developments. And a mixed-use development typically has to have residences, offices, a hotel, a mall, a high street, and either a hospital or a school, or both, together with open spaces. So essentially we're doing two. And that ultimately is the thrust area of Bombay Realty. One 5-star hotel, one 7-star hotel, multiple residences, multiple offices, two malls, two high streets, one school and one hospital is at the moment what Bombay Realty is planned. The residences in Dadar we've already launched, and we'll be looking at completing the first phase of residential, which is 2 in terms of tall towers, approximately by 2016. And the balance in terms of development we intend to complete by 2020. So one entire mixed-use development, which is the Dadar one, should be completed by the year 2020, and the one in Worli, we are commencing retail first. We'll be launching our retail initiative in terms of sometime in April next year, which will be ready open to the public early next year, and we will be completing the rest of the mixed-use development roughly by again 2021-22. Well, at the moment, 25% of the revenue is real estate, 25% is in terms of textiles, and 50% is polyester. And moving forward, we'll see in terms of real estate take majority of that revenue share over a period of a few years.
Meaning
as you know, in
by
terms
2020.
of real estate revenue is basically accounted for in construction progress. Right. So it's not absolute revenue, and therefore ultimately from a business perspective it will be more already, but from an actual accounting perspective it will be progressive as the construction progresses. Textiles, we're looking at re-engineering into a retail initiative, focusing on what we do today, which is bed and bath, but doing it in terms of on a larger scale, doing it in a more in-depth manner, creating in terms of a more efficient supply chain, creating more efficient products, re-engineering in terms of the appearances of the shops, the external part and the internal part of the shop, creating a wider portfolio of products available in the shop. So these are in terms of plans that we're evaluating. We've not concluded any such plans yet, but we would be concluding them during the fiscal, and we'll be making announcements towards the end of the fiscal on the new initiatives being taken in
When
textiles.
you say products, what do you mean?
Well, we're focusing on bed and bath, so we're going to in terms of have a wider range and a more in-depth range. So in terms of what we're essentially looking at is re-engineering in terms of what products go to which shops. So for example, in terms of SECA, we'll have in terms of more of the quality that you can buy internationally available in India. SECB in terms of we'd focus on increasing the range basically that we deliver, and SEC in terms of will carry on with in terms of more of the volume products but a wider range. We have been in the aviation business since 2005. Our focus was to start small, stay small until the year 2015. Hence, between the year 2005 and 2016, we would essentially only have 20 aircraft, which are the old technology, i.e. the existing technology.
Right.
In 2016 January, there is a new technology being released, which we bought 72 of.
Right.
This technology, i.e. aircraft, would give us an advantage of approximately 15% over and above the existing aircraft.
Right.
So we planned in that manner to say that let us basically stay small between 2005 and 2015, and the main reason for that is because we said there is no benefit to first mover advantage. Okay, and hence we said let us basically stay profitable, let us stay scalable, let us be nimble, let us be agile. And ultimately, in terms of it takes time for the enablers, as I call them, to improve. Enablers are policies, infrastructure, taxes. These ultimately need time to improve. In 2005, aviation industry is a very young industry, and hence we said let the industry mature. Let there be consolidation. Let the cost of supply come down. Let the consumer in terms of get mature, let the consumer get used to flying. Once they get used to flying from going on a train They're not necessarily going to go back by train. In fact, their frequency in terms of our flying will improve, and therefore this takes time. So we designed it such that we would be small. We would stay in terms of small between the years 2005 and 2014-15. And fortunately for us, a new technology came into play. A new technology allowed us to say, okay, let us now use this technology to grow very exponentially, starting from 2015-16, because this aircraft today is not flying today. We then used it to our advantage, because when we start taking delivery of the new aircraft, we would have the least number of inferior aircraft from the past.